we saw, but I think that's kind of a strong point. We have the ascending fifth sequence. I don't use it often. I don't even remember the last time I... Here we go. Your mana pool was replenished. Your mana pool was replenished. I do not have a prepared list because I think this is pretty simple. The latest single, Final Fantasy 1. It has prelude but also game over. Check the artist, Consta Iristow. We could take that idea from specifically the NES version. Now here's the thing. Normally, you're probably used to hearing like... You know? But in the NES one, the programming was pretty weird. There was somebody else besides Nobuo Uematsu who did the programming for the NES. And what happened was this NES version specifically. I want to try that. And I have an idea of an arpeggio. Now, I have to think of a good game to rescore. Shovel Knight. For some reason I would like to take the harmonic plan from the campfire. Wilderness scene, whatever they call it. And then I'm gonna start by writing out the bass line. Start improvising on top of the bass line. That's how they did it ever since late Renaissance, more or less. If you're wondering, this program is called Lily Pond. I'll download the Twitch stream to edit some videos from it. I was expecting it to be almost half slower. Half tempo. I'll have to edit this. I'm not very good at using Space Mac. Yet. I can't get my head up. I would imagine the legatos sound natural and good. There's like sus2, sus4. But, you know, like... Who cares? I can't stand this. My dignity is at stake. Should we actually... What if these were all 7th chords? And there we go. I would imagine it ridiculous. I'm a composer. Here we go. I'm not very good at resizing windows in this. Endeavor OS. Swear OS comes to help. Thank you. But it's difficult to sculpt if you have nothing to sculpt that we can later then twist and turn. Besides, I don't think the baseline is gonna really change. Binoculars. I need to sometimes do that, like, you know, divers. And see some corals or something. Then they do like something like that. I want the bass come kind of like cellos or double bass. Swelling notes. Of course this is... I'm doing fakebit. It's actually clipping now. Ah! Ah! Okay. And then... What? A 1 minute piece. I think it's fine. It's for a video game pack anyway. I would like to sing a little bit higher. And then we're going up and down. Huh? It's E flat. Then we're gonna go a bit higher again. Then we're gonna have 2 C's. But this case, it's the opposite one. It's the ascending 5th sequence. It sounds a bit weird in a way. The game audios and the rhythm of the game. This is from Stephen Mellin, by the way. Steve, you leave room for the game sounds. And then you spread your music so that it just works. You spread it in time using rests, or then in frequency. Okay, time to retry again. This should be... Oops. Ah! We will see how the guitar goes with this fakebit sounds. Maybe it's nicer if the window sizes match somehow. Campfire Prelude. So, here we go! The technique is called étouffé. It's by Fernando Sor, and it uses these muted sounds. There's a trick. You know, like, guitarists usually do palm mute. They do the palm mute from here. However, I move my hand here, where it's super soft. Sul ponticello, as guitarists would say. And then when I press, I have to press kind of a little bit off, away from the fret. And that way, what you hear is, specifically when you dig for that sound. I think it's gonna work really well here. Yeah, can we have any... Let me just try playing the bass line above here. So. Whoa! 13th chord. Compilation. Ultimation. I'm really enjoying the fake bit sounds. Oh my god, where's the camera? That way. Yeah. Oh my god, where's the camera? That way. Yeah. E flat F G. I'm talking to myself right now. No. Of course. I was just... It could have actually been. Let's try it. By the way, I forgot. Yeah, I think now we're talking. And then... For some... What's going wrong here? It should be... No. I don't understand. Maybe I should resolve it later, but I will now, for sure, change the bass line. That is super interesting. Well, it seems like this live stream ultimately brings more questions than giving answers. I guess that's a good thing ultimately, as long as I can finish this live stream with a ready composition for a video game music pack. If not, I'm pretty sure I will. I'll have to, by the way, see some kind of command that just... Whoa! Well, I just wrote it properly. Alright! Let's see how this other instrument works with this one. Yeah, I think this is starting to take shape. I think we're gonna just add some spicing counterpoint and that's it. I am dumbfounded. Should we make them actually staccato notes. First it's da da da, and then it kind of, you know, gets the answer. Da 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 da. I think this is gonna be pretty cool. Brain capacity is not enough for this. What did I do wrong? I think what I'll do is, at this point, I will try and record the guitar. And then I'll just finish the melodic and counterpoint stuff. We recorded an album, it's called Gene Boggs. I'm totally brain dead by now. I can't remember. Eponymous. That was its name. Gene Boggs Eponymous. You know what? I think we got far. Either I will finish this track in another live stream. Oops. Here we are. Welcome back. Start by taking this off, because as you can see my setup has changed. And I just decided I would do things a bit differently compared to yesterday. I have not logged into the chat. If I do this, then you can't see. I'm always in trouble when it comes to mobile phones. So let's just bury this. Alright. Cool picture. Oh, actually goes. So what do I mean by wrapping? Well, just the fact that we jump down and then we start going up again. Right. So I wanted to take this aspect and compose my own prelude, if you will. I'm going to rescore this. What I was thinking is that, you know, the Final Fantasy prelude is used not only in Final Fantasy 1 menus and actually character creation or party creation in the case of that game, but you hear it sometimes playing in some other places in game. What I wanted to do here is to take this gameplay footage from the beginning, the menu and all, and then the world map, so that the music would fit either of those places. Compared to yesterday, I thought I could put the tempo a little bit higher. Firstly, make the bass a bit more interesting, but secondly, add some percussions. Now I was thinking of turning this into a little bit more march-like. What kind of accompaniment I will play with the guitar will pretty much the interplay between the bass and the drums. So the rhythm section. And I had some bass ringing in my head as I went to sleep. Hopefully I will finish this today. Doing these melodic gestures. Yum bum bum ya da 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 dum bum bum bum. Then we can add counterpoint. Da 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 da, or something like that. I think I'm gonna mostly do the F E F type of motif whenever possible. 1 3 2. We're gonna have 1 4 2, so it will nicely lead an F sharp here. That the first measure would have the F in the bass. I can't see the text. The transparency of it. I can still see. I improvise like basso continuo. I'm not gonna be in the style of basso continuo, but it's the idea that the bass line, ever since the late Renaissance, the bass line carries the piece. Here's the form. Alright, let's try this. I have forgotten to turn. For me to really begins. I'll do a command called sleep 1. Sophisticated punch in where there's 4 metronome beats. I don't know if it's a bit overkill in this case, to be honest. Let's see how it works. Always use the tab. Yesterday it worked. Yeah, then just so we're coming from here. I was thinking of it's gonna be great, but so triangle is the baseline. I'm going to the very end and fix that first. So we have we definitely have to play. I said the ending is lame or something like that. But today is a new day. Actually. Anyway, notes. Also, we're gonna get the rhythm from the previous part back to prepare us for the loop. Then definitely a falling bass line. Yeah. Whoa. I think this is called an elision. We're still in the middle of the previous part when we start the next 16 bar unit already. It's almost like the 2 units, instead of having separate lines, elide, have an elision. Yeah. Oh, there's the turnaround. That's a funny thing. They use the word turnaround in jazz. I haven't really heard it in classical music, but apparently because if you think of baroque music specifically, like basso continuo, you know, like we have this 2-5-1. So the funny thing is how many parallels you can find. We just give turnaround a different name, and there we have it. Don't get me wrong, I think Lillipond is a great program, but like choose your devils. Okay? It's more stylish to put the octave, yeah, it's not the leap to the upper octave there. Illuminating. Illuminati. Welcome. So... I'm gonna follow what I hear in my head. Let's see where it leads. This is not gonna be a beat-based kind of 4 on the floor or something with a backbeat. This is gonna be a march instead. A mistake here. This rest is too long. This is why I like textual interfaces. Dun, taka-dun, taka-dun. Chik-chik. Taka-dun, taka-dun. They should not break it, they should make it. Welcome to AJ Greengrove's livestream. If you're wondering whether we will make it or break it... like this. We need some rhythm here. Whoa, I can actually point into window. Anyway, I'm gonna call it terminal text. Actually a PDF file, that's Zatura. Mess up one thing and it will take time to recover. I don't like that. I don't want it. Let me just listen to the piece. I wanna feel the atmosphere. It's from Stephen Mellon. Seeing movements, rhythms in the game. What kind of steps does it have if it has steps? Is there lots of chomping, maybe attacking? Some kind of, depending on the genre of course. This is an action platform, action puzzle. Well, it's action, at least. Yeah. Yeah, of course, I should have played the guitar all along. It's easier. Compared to if you try to do it from... Lagrima. Tears. Tears. Dynamics for the drums. They're going to make such a difference. It might make the difference in the world. So how do we do that? Snares to be... and also the hi-hats. Should swell. Dum. I am going to countryside. I am going to shovel night. World. The snare brighter. But I think it's less about whether it's a good or bad sound and more about correct sound selection. No, it's way too low. Is that bandwidth? Is it really? I am touch typing though. 2R4 and a note. 2R4 and a note. I was just wondering. It's nice to have the notation. My style is closer to Masashi Hamauta. I think we just need to go the melodic route, really. You know what? When I come back, beverage break. Next guy is coming at 16. Echo. Beverage break. I don't know, this is good. Seems it's darker here. It's darker in this corner of the earth. Beverage break. Am I supposed to kill the camera or what? Does it even matter, really? C matrix. Oi, vittu. Nyancat, I will defeat you one day. Until that day. Nyancat, I have returned. The beverage break is over. It's raspberry. I wish this shop had kombucha, but on the other hand, kombucha does have caffeine, as in the form of tea, and it does do bad for the voice, specifically if you sing. Take caffeine. Nyancat. Why? I was careless. How did you Nyancat was able to defeat me? I know accept this. You fail me. I fail you. We failed once. We failed twice. We must fail again. It can be even a drop of water. How do you say acidic? And it goes into the keys. And the key doesn't work for days, and it could also just ruin it for... This is like an airplane. It's not an action camera, it's that kind of movement and action. As I was saying, welcome to AJ Greengrow's ASMR. Nyancat, how dare you? I told you guys, I'm going to abandon the menu aspect in such a way that there should be a very strong melody. Or you should be immediately able to recognize this game has this menu music. And the B part is more melodic and this A part is less melodic. And I think it's just fine like that. So that works both as a menu music and a world map music. It could work as long as you take care of catering to all the needs of those types of music. I don't want to shoehorn and force the melody into the A part. Next, record the guitar. And I want to apply a delay effect. And it's gonna change so much the overall feeling. That's why I want to do it before doing any melody. Pretty well to the B part. As a mnemonic. Or 3. We have the third. Sure, add ninth. Ah, there we go. I think I have to be able to play it once without... Nah, let's just hit the record button, damn it. Now this is a script I haven't tested. Oh my god. I'm in darkness. I emerge from darkness. Okay, anyway, use the Emacs instead. Hoping it works. The microphone is gonna go to the right channel. And the guitar is gonna go to the left channel. So it should be fine. I don't have any punch-in. What? Hello there, ha ha ha. Hello there, ha ha ha. But I still don't understand. This is the microphone. Ha ha ha. This one. Hello. 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 In the live stream, like again. What did I record yesterday? Let's settle this for once and for all. Hello world. Hello world. Hello world. Hello world. Hello world. Hello world. Let me just check something. No, I don't see anything of the sort. What does it default to? 0. This is 0. This is 0. I did not have the guitar plugin. It was working all the time. I just wasted time. Let's put the plug into the guitar. Let's waste some more time. This guitar is not plugged in. There's a DJ. There's a DJ. No. I haven't really played that before. This time I have my guitar plugged in. How great is that? Huh? Great! I'm totally confused. Skip type of 1. I would love... We might need a flanger. Guide for it. Csound flanger. It's an opcode. This sounds like Finnish tango. Sounds great. It's just way too much. Values and trials. I think it's starting to emerge. Thanks for the guitar, audience. That one's still with seeing the game a little bit. Well, let's see what happens. I think the B part. Hi, I think we got a cool track out of this video. Counterpoint isn't the only thing we saw, but I think that's kind of a strong point. They have the ascending fifth sequence. I don't use it often. I don't even remember the last time I used it. It works really nice in this specific track, in my opinion. Yeah, one counterpoint trick I wanted to point out is this long suspension. The longer, the stronger effect it can have. Turn around, nice way to go back to the loop. However, before looping, just kind of letting the dust settle with this arpeggio. Yeah.